Adi Oladipo for pro boxing fans here with the wanted man, he called himself. Tom Little. Tom, you have done a lot of media this weekend.
I think it's just because I'm very accessible and I have nothing else to do.
There's not much to do over here, is there? Let's be honest. Is that a good thing for you guys, though, so you don't have that distraction?
Do you know what? I'm one of them people, you can literally lock me in a cardboard box and I can entertain myself. Like, you know what they say, simple things please simple minds. So, yeah, no, it's just been good. Rest, relax. Still getting the work in with Josh there. Like, just the last finishing touches, the little bit of sharpening up for timing. Yeah, it's been very good, though. I'm very excited.
Looking in good shape. I said it to you at the public workout that you are looking in good shape. How long did you have in terms of notice for this fight?
Well, I come off the back of the letdown of the Lucas Brown fight, and then I had 8 weeks on top of that for this. So I was all, to be fair, I had because I was started peaking for the Brown fight. I came down for a week or so, and then I dare say I had about 7 weeks hard graft for this. So yeah, very happy.
You fight the very experienced amateur Majidov. Pretty much won everything apart from the Olympic gold as an amateur. Have you watched a lot of his fights? Have you kind of prepared for that style? Are you the kind of boxer that watches people's fights before fighting them?
No, not really, because then I think you anticipate them doing something, and if they don't do it, you start to, you're like, oh, I'm lost. So I lift that down to Josh. Josh has had a good watch of him. There's not really a lot of him on the internet. Really, just like you say, amateur stuff. But amateur boxing, professional boxing, I don't get me wrong, you have got to still hit each other in the face, but it's a different tempo, different pace. I know he's going to come and try and start me fast. That suits me because I can take the wind out of him. And it's an 8-round fight. He's got a lot to negotiate before he even thinks about getting rid of me.
I spoke to John David Jackson, his trainer, and he was very complimentary of you. He said he expects it to be a very, very tough fight. He said in his second fight, Tom Little is a tough fight for his second fight.
Yeah, do you know what? I like to think I'm a tough fight for anyone on my day. Like, I've mixed around, I know sparring rings or something, not fighting rings, but I've sparred at everybody. I've never felt out of place in there with like AJ, Fury, Dylan White. I've never felt out of place. I'm not saying I've bested them. I'm saying I've never felt out of place. So it's just it's another fight, and we're two men, touch gloves, bing bang, get into it. That's it. And I've got to try and utilise my game plan that me and Josh has worked very hard on, very diligently on, and I think look, I don't see nothing fantastic in him. The little bits I have seen of him and clips Josh has shown me, look, watch for this. Like this here, like how he shapes himself up. To me, he looks like something that suits my style. I think I am mega. Like, I'm pretty sure he's a brilliant, excellent fighter. But I just think my style is all wrong for him. And I'm a dangerous man with my back against the wall. So, like, I've mixed with the likes of Filip Bergovic, got myself caught there because I went after him. But that was a fight I weren't getting beaten up in. I was doing very well in that fight. I was coming into that fight. Daniel Dubois, I fought 5 rounds with a smashed metacarpal in my hand. Literally, you could see it coming through the skin when they pulled the wraps off. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of things. You look at my last performances. The David Price fight should never have been stopped. I was coming into that fight. I can mix at a high competitive rate. He ain't proved that as a professional. He's proved it as an amateur. But listen, I think we're all in agreement when you can say amateur boxing, professional boxing are not really alike. So listen, we'll see. I wish him all the best of luck, and the main thing is both of us come out safe and healthy. That's it. And listen, I wish him all the best in the world because he's gonna need it. Because I'm not coming to play about, and I'm not coming to tickle him. It's the fight game, and we're gonna land some heavy leather on each other. We might cause a bit of a sand canyon somewhere.
I like that one.
So dust will fly, and so will blood.
From a personal standpoint, what does it feel like to be on a card like this? Everyone's saying it's the biggest fight card of the year. It must feel good though to get the call from Eddie to say, you know what, fancy being on this card.
Yeah, do you know what? It's a humbling experience. At anything, I always thought your call was going to be as big as it gets for me, because I never had aspirations of being a professional or anything. So like, I'm just taking it every step at a time, and I don't think it's going to be the biggest card of the year. I think this is genuinely a boxing showcase bonanza. Genuinely, I think it's got a taste in the air of something like the Rumble in the Jungle, cut from that sort of cloth. It's going to be a very memorable show. So to even be part of it is something else. But I don't just want to be part. I want to be something about the show that is remembered, and for the right reasons. Look, I act silly. I know I act silly, but believe it or not, I'm not as silly as I act. When boxing's concerned, and when it comes time to get my head on the job, head on the job. I just like people to feel comfortable around me. That's all it is.
What do you think about the main event? A lot of people have gone kind of split on it. Some people are saying Ruiz again. Some people are saying Joshua looks lighter. He could move a bit. We know Joshua's got the punch power. No sitting on the fence here, Tom. What do you think? Who do you think's got this?
Mate, my backside is too broad to be sitting on fences. Do you know what? You can make a good case for either side. But I've got to go with I ain't got to go with Joshua. It's just everything that screams out to me. The work that he's put in. Everything that's riding on it. I think there's so much more riding on it for Joshua. He's going to be the man that wants it more, and I think this is going to be a fight at some point where it's going to come down to who wants it more, and I believe that'll be Joshua. I think he'll stop him in 8 rounds. I do.
There you go, Tom Little here takes on Majidov, the experienced amateur. But Tom's right, amateur and pro are completely different games. Tom, good luck. And they heard his prediction as well. He thinks AJ might take it late as well. Is that what you're saying? Late?
Yeah, late. I think he'll take it mid to late rounds. I reckon he's going to box clever, hold him at bay, knock a bit of steam out of him, and then get the job done.
There you go, get the job done. Tom, thanks for talking to Pro Boxing fans. Thank you very much.